let's go liquid.
Welcome back, everybody, to Layton versus Wright. We are continuing on. We've got some more information on the floor plan. So I think we wanted to... Oh, wait. Okay. Just seems to miss my assistant. Okay, this is the one right here. So we just got the floor plan updated, so I think we've definitely got to use it against us here. Or against them. Objection! Sorry, Luke, you said that you only believe what you see with your own eyes. But what you think you saw may not be the whole truth. Huh? What do you mean? Take a close look at the sketch of the crime scene. At the time of the incident, Professor Layton and Maya were standing here. Now, we have learned from Miss Primstone's testimony which way the professor was facing. He was facing this way. Oh! You have testified that the professor confronted Maya face to face. But looking at the sketch of where they were standing, one thing is clear. There is a contradiction in your testimony! God, I'm so tired today. Wow! Probably what I just did.
Objection!
Uh-oh. Whether they were facing each other or not is of no relevance whatsoever. They were the only ones in that room. One was a victim, thus the other must be the witch.
Objection!
I will ask you to wait before jumping to conclusions, Inquisitor. Think back to Miss Primstone's testimony. She told us that the professor was pointing a knife at someone threateningly. However, you can see in the sketch that he wasn't threatening Maya. So then who was he pointing the knife at? Luke, what is it? The professor would never point a knife at anyone. I was the one who opened the door to that room, so I was the first witness, and I saw no knife. Miss Primstone's testimony is not reliable. Oh, dearie me, will you look at this child, sputtering nonsense and talking badly of his elders? Inquisitor Barnum? Yes, my lord. It should pose no difficulty to verify whether or not the victim had a knife. After all, that sparkling golden body of his been found at the scene of the crime, is it not? Indeed it has, my lord. Court attendants, you heard the judge. Bring the victim into the courtroom. Seems like they're going to bring the golden statue. Professor! Yeah, now that I think about it, I kind of figured so that he would be defending against him. Oh boy. Look at that. Did it get damaged in transit? Professor! Professor! So this is the power of the gold transmutation spell. Most spectacular. Looks like work of the finest artisans. I assure you it is the work of no artisans, my lord. By the way, the missing arm has not yet been found. I can't believe this, Professor! I suppose we should add the victim to the evidence. The poor professor who, while searching for evidence, became evidence. Golden Layton. This is unfortunate. I thought the evidence would be as good as gold. But although it technically is, we are still no closer to discerning whether or not the victim was holding a knife.
Hold it!
Let me speak, please.
Maya!
The professor didn't have a knife, and also, there was another person in that room. The real witch was there too, please believe me.
Accused, do I really need to warn you again? Inside the cage you are to behave like a bird that is forgetting its song. Speak again and you shall be punished. Or are you in a particular hurry to taste the flames of justice, little bird?
Objection!
But it's true that someone else could have been at the crime scene. Look at the sketch. The victim was facing towards someone and that person wasn't Maya. Sir Blue Knight, your ignorance is no longer even a surprise. Huh? You do not know what transpired at the crime scene. You think this man was pointing at another person, you say. Let me tell you this. Nearly everyone in this court other than you knows what Sir Hat was pointing at. What? Well, honorable witnesses, is that not so? I am here, punching bag. I love me some gossiping stories of the occult. I'm not singing.
Oh, dearie me, you could use some education, Blue Knight. I can offer you private tuition, but it will not come cheap.
If the professor wasn't confronting Maya... Witnesses, you will now testify. Tell us all about this other presence at the crime scene. Jeez, this thing is a mess. Alright. Okay. We all know what happened to that alchemist, so this case is no mystery.
Same place, same magic trick. This time her luck ran out and she dropped that magic scepter. It happened because the professor unraveled the mystery behind all these witches.
The same magic trick was used? They are referring to an incident from 3 months ago. Much like this incident, a man lost his life to witchcraft in that very room. It was the master of that residence, Sir Newton Belduke, the alchemist. He suffered death by strangulation. Finger marks were left on his neck. He had locked himself in his study and the key was still in his pocket. In other words, no one could have entered that room. The perpetrator disappeared from a locked room, just like in this case. A large amount of powdered medicine was spilt all over the floor. Powdered medicine? Sir Belduke was an alchemist. He possessed various medicinal concoctions. Due to the presence of that powder, had anyone entered that room, clear footprints would have remained, yet there were none.
That's the kind of mystery that the professor would have loved to solve.
Thus, there were 2 unnatural circumstances to Sir Belduke's death. The culprit's disappearance from a locked room, and the fact that they appeared not to have walked on the floor. It's almost as if they flew away.
In other words, it couldn't have been the demure magic that was used in my case the other day.
Seems like the killer levitated above the floor, strangled Belduke, and vanished into thin air. But what does that have to do with this trial? It has been 3 months since that murder. Despite that, we still have been able to find the witch responsible. But now, having eluded us for so long, that witch has finally been brought before this court. We will have justice. What? No way, now he thinks Maya killed the alchemist too. We weren't even here back then, but it's not like I can explain that to him. Well then, why don't you interrogate the witnesses? Now that you are aware of the connection between the 2 murders.
Objection!
You can't be serious. 3 months ago, we weren't even... Defender, you may interrogate the witnesses. May their testimonies lead us to the truth. God, he's an idiot.
Hold it!
You're talking about Mr. Belduke's murder, which took place in a locked room? Yeah, real shock, alright. Everyone was talking about it. People don't say it out loud, but you know, eh? You're thinking it too, eh? I don't have the faintest idea what you're talking about. Oh, ain't it clear as day? He was an alchemist. An alchemist. Alchemy's just like magic, ain't it? Sir Belduke was a man. Only a woman can be a witch. What's more, witchcraft has nothing to do with alchemy. They're different somehow. Alchemy is the mysterious art of manipulating the forces of nature, or so it is said. Well, that sounds like a lot like magic to me. Alchemy's incomprehensible of regular people. Saw magic, really. And you know, a couple of days before the witch got, there was a lightning that struck. Lightning? Glad you're asking, because I like telling that one. All of a sudden, like a bolt from the blue sky, there was this bolt in the sky, only it wasn't blue. The sky lit up and turned blood red, and then out of nowhere, an old-looking bell tower appeared in a burst of flames. Makes you realize Mother Nature's pretty powerful stuff, eh? I'm gonna lose my voice after this. You've strayed off the topic at hand, witness. This is a courthouse, not an inn. Save your thrilling stories for later.
Hold it!
Would you care to elaborate on that, Miss Primstone?
You could say I'm a scholar, and my knowledge is vast and diverse. I know a thing or two about witchcraft. Therefore, I have a very good idea of the type of magic that must have been used this time. The magic behind this mysterious figure that appeared out of nowhere glided through the air and vanished after making the kill? Indeed, yes, and the witch's scepter confirms my theory. A brilliant deduction. I am honored to have studied under an excellent teacher such as yourself, Miss Primstone. She was his teacher? Actually, I guess that kind of explains a lot. Our occult crime analysts have arrived at the same conclusion. Mr. Wright! I found it, the page about the purple magic gem. The spell's called Familia.
Familia? What does it do? The spell Familia, bound within this purple gem, is used to summon a familiar. Familiars appear out of nowhere, glide through the air, and vanish when their task is accomplished. They are evil, bloodthirsty spirits used by witches to perform outrageous crimes. Evil spirits? Are you saying that the witch used a familiar to... It was a familiar that took Sir Belduke's life, and now it has appeared again. Sir Silcat was probably trying to ward off the evil spirit with his knife. But what good is a knife against an occult creature? It completed the task given to it by the witch and promptly vanished. Thus bringing us to the conclusion that... Sir Belduke and Sir Silcat were both killed by the same witch. What? Oh, jeez. What an unexpected turn of events. The 2 incidents have been shown to be connected, due to the same witch's scepter having been used in both cases.
Oh, this is terrible. Now Maya's accused of 2 murders.
Oh, dearie me, I was right as always.
This gruesome murder will be in the next exam. Make sure to take notes. Now I shall divulge what really happened.
We are all ears, Miss Brimstone. That sounded like Edgeworth again.
Hold it!
Did you actually see the familiar?
Oh, dearie me. No, I did not. When that boy opened the door, the familiar just disappeared. Had the boy opened the door sooner, no doubt we all would have seen it. If he were my student, I would have made sure to teach him not to dilly-dally.
Oh, Luke made another noise. Hang on! Something like that. Is everything alright, Luke? You seem to be in deep thought about something.
No, it's not right at all.
Is there something in Miss Primstone's testimony that you'd like to comment on?
That's what I keep telling you. The professor wouldn't point a knife at anyone. Dearie me, what an impertinent child. I'm telling you I saw a knife. I distinctly saw the glint of a sharp blade.
Objection!
At any rate, as we can see now, the victim's arm is missing. As such, there is no proof that he had a knife.
Objection!
That is but a mere detail. It matters not.
A mere detail matters not.
Oh my, anyway, how I wonder where could that missing arm be?
Yeah.
Thought I looked into. Who just made a noise? Someone did, not him. Oh, hang on. Sounds so corny when I say it. Mister, do you have something you'd like to share with us? Mr. Amir! It's Mr. Amir punching bag to you. Or bag the first. Okay, it's the first. I thought it was just I to you. Bluey. The likes of you ought to show some respect for a future man of wealth such as me. You seem to be looking ahead to a future full of newly gained riches. I can look wherever I bleed and please. Anyway, why are you looking at me like that? I don't know about that golden bloke's right arm.
Excuse me, Mr. Wright.
What is it, Espella?
I may be wrong, but there's something about that man. Wouldn't you say he looks some suspicious?
It's not just you. Everything about him is so shady it makes me want to double check my pockets. Mr. Amir, stop pretending you don't know anything about the victim's missing arm. Pretending? I told you I know nothing. Nada. 0. Nil. I ain't seen it or heard about it or put it in me pocket. Put it in your pocket? It wasn't me, honest. Seriously, I got nothing to do with it.
Objection!
Uh-oh.
You lying, cheating, good for nothing, you tried to deceive me!
Who is this? Oh, man. Order, who is that person? You want to know who I am? I'm Price the pawnbroker. And this man is a shameless cheating bum. He had the nerve to lie to me. What did he lie to you about? I'll tell you, on the day of the crime, Amir came to my shop. He waltzed up to me saying he'd got his hands on a superb work of art, rare as gold dust. I think I know where this is going. That work of art, could it be? I've got it right here! Oh my god. Just like I thought. That's... oh my.
Professor!
It's the professor's arm!
Where did the 2 other people go?
It's pure gold, exquisitely crafted. It was entitled, Towards Tomorrow or something like that. I never seen a piece of gold so fine before. And so suspecting nothing, I paid that rascal a rather handsome sum. Who would have thought? And what am I hearing now? That if it was a human arm, no less, you saw a monster. You're as bad as a witch's familiar yourself. I am sorry I'm screaming to you guys. I didn't know it was his arm, I swear, when I saw it, it was already like that. What do you mean? I was last to the scene and it caught me eye right away. That golden arm pointing up at the ceiling with such optimism and authority. I thought it looks like it's showing me the way to a better, brighter, richer tomorrow. To me, it was a work of art, a precious one at that. And then it found its way into your pocket and then you pawned it. You mounted it on a crude stand, gave it a tawdry title, and passed it off as some kind of a sculpture. Don't try and look away from the truth now. Darn, I can look wherever I darn please. I'll look away from the facts and forward to the future. Always look on the bright side. That's a mere punching bag's motto.
Alright, we're taking a break. I'm gonna go get a drink of water. We'll be right back with more Layton versus Wright right after this. Stay tuned, everybody.
Let's go.